What's going on, paisanos? V here, coming at you with another video today. Guys, I just want to say you better start getting ready and set up to go to your locals. Better support your locals, because this August, the first week, we're going to be having World Championship Celebration 2019. A chance for you guys to win great promo cards. And I don't like Konami's prize support, which is really lackluster and, let's be honest, just not good. I mean, I got a regional deck box over here, and I got it out the plastic. And when I went to open it up, this little top part here broke off. It might look fixed right real quickly. That's because I had to glue my own regional deck box that I just freshly got out of plastic. Glue it off. And you know what? No big deal. I guess I kind of got it to work. The magnet's kind of weak, and oh yeah, it's also tearing. I just got this deck box, and it's also tearing. This is a piece of crap, by the way. That was a prize. But no, this August, we're actually going to get good prizes. And hopefully Konami can learn from this August and World Championship Celebration 2019 by giving us good prizes like these amazing promotional cards that go upwards almost $600, as opposed to these, you know, regional deck boxes, which are a joke and a bad one, that you get at brand new and you have to glue it together. What's next, Konami? A playmat I gotta put the artwork on? You guys let me know. But looking at the promotional cards from 2018, the Blue Star Dragon itself is almost near $300, whereas Dark Magicians are roughly around $200. You get over here with the little envelope, the whole pack, two of them together, you're looking at almost near $600 of these cards, and the best way to get them is sealed. I actually have these. I won these at last year's at another locals, and I'm looking forward to myself personally going to another locals as well to winning the 2019 pack, because these are great promotional material. Once again, Konami, great promotional material, bad promotional material. This is good, and this is what has value. This is a joke, and nobody wants a PS4 anymore because it's the year 2019, and we're almost about to get the PS5. Thank you for old out-of-date systems. If that case, Konami, just give us Nintendos. We'd be just as grateful. Moving forward, guys, Konami's going to be giving the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cereal and Yu-Gi-Oh! Shirt, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! Chocolate bars at your local 5 stores. Now, this is kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. Well, let's be honest with you. Nobody's eating this cereal because it's gonna taste like hot garbage, but it's a collector's item, something cool to collect and grab. And I ain't gonna lie. As much as I would make fun of this cereal and the goofy-looking chocolate bar, I'm gonna buy it, collect it, and I'm gonna have it as my background most likely because I do like this. As much as I don't like that shirt, it looks like one of those shirts you go to Walmart, you buy the white shirts, and you go to any kind of free shirt store a shirt store that would like impress an image. That's what it kind of looks like to me. I'm still gonna get this shirt for me and my kids because this shirt actually looks really cool. The artwork looks cool on it. I'm just hoping the quality of the shirt is good. Looking at Fine, looking at their clothes, it's not as good quality, so hopefully this is sent from Konami and hopefully they do it right. Hopefully they got rid of their deck box guy and not having him in charge of the shirt department. But yeah, and also you get Blue Eyes Berry berry chocolate bars. You can buy Blue Eyes Berry chocolate bars because, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, nothing says I like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Than Swirl Berry Blue Eyes White Dragon chocolate bar. Do you think where Kaiba Konami cut this out? This is getting embarrassing for all of us. Don't do this. But nevertheless, I am still buying this stuff. It comes out June 20th. Some people are trying to sell this online already for obscure amount of prices. Do not buy it. Go to your local Fi stores, or you can go online and order online and Fi, and you can actually pre-order this for $10. You can pre-order this silliness for $10 on Fi. Pre-ordering cereal. That's life right now, boys. Alright, getting to the market watch. Let's go right into it. So looking at Dingirutsu, the Orchestra Eating Star, it's already starting to go down in value. The card price is maintaining roughly around $45. The market price has it roughly around $44. And we're seeing it hit roughly around $41 right now for Dingirutsu. It's going to go low because the unlimited version, the special edition, is coming out this week. No material. Now this is one I'm probably going to hammer on heavily in the conversation for, and that's okay. I'll still stand by my what I'm saying about this is vendors are buying this card to hike the price up. Top players are playing this card, but let's be honest. Have you seen top players play it in actual events? They just throw it in their side, and they might be even talking good about the card, but nevertheless, the card's not being that big of play, and it's not that big of a deal of a card. It's still not as good. Use Infinite Permits, it's better. Unlike No Material, Infinite Permits is good mid-game. This card's even just as crappier than any other hand trap out there. It's probably might be ranked the worst hand trap as opposed to other ones, which names I don't really know. To be honest, I kind of forgot them, but this is definitely a hand trap that's going to be forgotten easily. Besides the fact that unlimited print is coming down, this card's going to be going down in value. Market price is $35. The card is up currently at $39, but the card is useless. Let me give you an example. Let me just tell you the first line of the effect in case you forgot about this absolutely atrocious card. Once again, this is an artificial buyout. This is done to sucker you guys into buying this card. Don't fall for the trap. The first line of the card says, if your opponent special summons a monster while you control no cards. Let me stop you right there. Let me just put a little pause button right there. Hand trap, you say. Well, I like the other hand traps that are tuners and level 3, so you can go into more cards. A level 1 Earth Fairy monster that's not a tuner, not pretty good. 0 attack, you say? Wow, you're gonna sell me on this. 1,000 defense? Good, that's why I want a monster, a weak defense monster as well. This card is just absolute trash on the front end. On the back end, well, where you control no cards and activate from your hand kind of reminds you of Infinite Permanence. And you go, well, V, wait a minute, V. You can use this card against Orcus. You sure can. You can also use Infinite Permanence because they're both going to hit the same target. They're both going to hit Nightmare Mermaid. The only difference is if you get Infinite Permanence mid-game, you can set it and not only negate opponent's monster effect, but lock out their back row zone that lines up with Infinite Permanence. This card is hot trash. Do not fall for this card. This is an artificial. I know I'm going to keep saying it, and people will be yelling at me in the comment section down below, and that's totally fine. We all have different opinions. Hugs and kisses, bears and kitty cats. But I gotta say, guys, this card is hot trash. It's being artificially brought up to sucker you. I talked to people that literally said they're buying this card out because they see pro players playing, even though they're not using it, just to sucker you. Don't be foolish. Don't fall in for the trap, guys. The card's not that good. Infinite Permanence, good. This card, hot trash. Oh, by the way, $38, you say? Well, let's go look at some other cards. Infinite Permanence might want to know about. Besides the secret versions, which the unlimited versions are about $49, the dual power ones are about $32. Literally, Infinite Permanence is cheaper than no material and is better than no material, but somehow no material is still up in value. Ask yourself that question: is it really that good? The answer is no. Let me answer it for you, fellas. The answer is no. It's not good. Do not buy this trash card. Moving forward, oh wait, I'm not even done yet. I'm going to look at other cards. Silent Mining actually, all these cards are most likely to be going down in value, but I just still think Silent Mining is a main of 3 of in Silent Migrates, which is a tier 1 deck. I don't think nobody you would talk to would say Silent Migrates are 1.5 or tier 2. Silent Migrates are absolutely a tier 1 deck, and this card is being used in them. This card, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? Main deck, side deck, bad side deck staple, good main deck staple. I'm really curious to want to see the deck list of Nationals and how many no materials are going to be in the deck list of Nationals of those top 10 contending players. I'm going to raise my hand and tell you probably not many, if any. Just because why would you want to put a no material in your side deck when you can put it, once again, ready for the Infinite Permanence, or any other hand trap like a DD Crow, or something that actually does more, not just a card that really, let's be honest with you, is not going to work. And if it does ever work, well, your opponent has that caught by the grave. Tough, yeah, better luck next time, fellas. Moving forward, guys, looking at Ghost System Spooky Dogwood, it's continuing going down in value, and I think it's going to still continue to go down in value. Not that it's a bad card, it's just not as good as the other hand traps. Except no material. Looking at your BD Eben Angel of the Burning Abyss, it was roughly around 22, so we're seeing it about 21. So that's because, once again, the unlimited print is coming. Crusader Aramax is going to be going down in value as well. Even Brotar's already started to turn around and run down in value. Ib Dorchild's just a card is about $8. Nightmare Crusher and Idly is about $7. And this was an $8 card, and it's going to be going down lower. I kind of want this card. I have one, but I kind of want to get 2 more for my collection, to be honest with you. A lot of these cards, for the most part, are going lower. Someone asked me, I think on my Facebook page, about Crackdown, Mystic Mime, saying these cards are a little bit high in value. What do I think about these cards? Well, if this set acts like Flames of Destruction, if it does, because if it's feeling like Flames of Destruction, not power creep level-wise, but definitely usability of these super rare and ultra rare cards, some of these cards, I'm going to say cards like Crackdown and Mystic Mime might hit back up to $5 if this set is forgotten about. That's what we saw with Red Reboot in Flames of Destruction. We saw it just forgotten about. It was a $1 card. It went low like this, and then it went back up in value, where it currently is right now. Well, I won't be surprised if we see that would happen to Crackdown. And if Mystic Mime's not on the ban list, Mystic Mime as well. So hopefully you still have your playset. It's kind of cheap right now, but like I said, it can easily go back up in value. Then you have, no, not Infinite Permanence. Then you have Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, a card on which was dipping down in value, but it's kind of stabilizing right now. I really want you to focus on this card because a lot of people are pulling out Phantasmes and throwing at other hand traps like Effect Veiler. That's what we're seeing a lot when we see deck profile videos on YouTube. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. Phantasme is a great card, but it's not being used at the moment. With that said, I still think you need to have Phantasmes. I'm still going to hold mines. I have my own playset, and I'm still going to hold this card because I do think this card's needed. Is it $150 needed? No, not at all. I think $150 is still a price. Technically, I think this card's still a price as it is. But with that said, and you know, with the chance of this card not being reprinted in Battles of Legends or the Megatins, looking at Phantasme, the current market price is $91. When we take a look over here, guys, unlimited version is about $90. First edition kind of jumps. Let me show you. 91, 94, and 94. It bottoms out $95 on the bottom of the page for any versions, but first edition versions, it's mostly about $94. You got 191, and then bam, it's $94, higher than its $89 $99 market price. Fantastical Dragon Phantasma is going to be actually one of those cards that's going to dip a little down after Nationals, and when regional season starts up again, go back up in value. We saw this kind of happen with Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and I really do think it's going to happen with Phantasma. I think we're going to see this card go down in value as players opt not to play this card, and when the meta starts shifting again, if we get, I don't know, links, you know, that game mechanic back into the meta, I think we're going to see Fantastical Dragon Phantasma go back up in value. So I would definitely hold these if you're holding them right now. If you do want to sell it and then rebuy later on, that's totally fine. Just know that you're most likely going to have to buy this card in the future. Then we have cards like Pot of Extravagance. Another card that has a $69 market price, but it's still going under. The unlimited versions are roughly around $65, and when you get the first edition, it's still holding roughly around $70 for Pot of Extravagance. And why, you ask? Well, what decks play it? Mr. Mime, Ultigeist, Necros, Guru Control. Besides Ultigeist, these other decks have not seen much play in Nationals. As far as regionals, we've seen sporadic play with all these decks, and Guru Control still showed play, I believe, in the UK Nationals, but only one deck, but nevertheless, and it didn't win the event, unlike Ultigeist that did, so that's kind of a big deal breaker. Nevertheless, I still think Pot of Extravagance is a phenomenal card. We know this is not going to get a reprint anytime soon, with the once again, the next two sets being Battle Legends and the Megatins. With that said, I would still recommend you hold your Extravagances. Hey, if you want to get rid of these, no big deal, but I think this card's insane. I really think it's a busted card, and it doesn't take much of a deck to come out that can easily abuse cards like Pot of Extravagance and Phantasmes. Up next, Borreload Savage Dragon to be going down in value. We're seeing it already hit almost near $16, and to continue to go down in value. The only deck that can run it is Pendulums, and to be honest with you, even though Pendulums are an insanely good deck, some builds don't even run this card, so I would definitely recommend you keep an eye on this card. Corbane hitting $11, going back down from its $12 in the market, and that's because everyone that has Orcust has it, and that's it. Nobody's gonna be buying Orcust or rebuying a brand new deck right after Nationals. They're gonna let everything cool down. You do have World Celebration, but after that, we got, I believe it's a week or two. It really depends depending on the year with Konami, but usually anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks of a break of a dead season, and then we go right back into it with the regional season for depending on whatever you guys are located in. Cyber's Quantum Dragon, still value all day long. Moving forward, guys, looking at Soul Fusion, this is where it gets kind of weird. We knew the Dangerous Tsuchinoko was going to go down in value. I felt like it still should go down a lot faster, but looking at Dangerous Tsuchinoko, it's 46, and we're seeing it roughly try to hold on to $46. It's not going to. It's going to lose that battle, and it's going to be tanking in value really soon. Looking at Trap Trick, the market price is $28. We're seeing it sit here roughly around $26 for Trap Trick, and I wouldn't be surprised if this card is $20 after Nationals. Wouldn't even surprise me whatsoever. I'm talking like 24 to 72 hours, or 72 hours, not 24? 24, 48, 72 hours after Nationals, it would just see this card go down in value, because even though this is a good card, there's no deck that can really play it, and the only deck that kind of plays it, being Mystic Mime, most builds don't even run this card. If they run any, maybe one or two. Colossus hitting roughly around $25, and I'm pretty shocked about that. Ultimate Colossus is also low, but it's double the price of regular Secret Rare Colossus. Then we have Chaos Dragon Levineer hitting $26. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, I guess, are moving forward and playing the Thunder Dragon Danger variant that Jesse Cotton played in YCS Tennessee. And to be stone cold honest with you guys, that was a great build, but unless you have the price card for that deck, I won't recommend you play that deck. The price card makes the deck good. Right now, in my mind, the best decks in the meta are still this deck, but it's even better with the price card. It's a deal breaker. And if you don't have the price card, take your time, money, and investment and put it towards something like Orcus, which is probably the best deck if you didn't have the price card right now. If you still want to do that combo plays, that's what I recommend. I'm not saying Chaos Dragon Levineer is a bad card. It's a phenomenal card, being at $26 in the current market, higher than its $18 market price. But I do still think that Chaos Dragon Levineer only fits in one deck, and that's it at the moment. And I don't think any other decks can really fit this card in properly. Now, with that said, can this card get hit by the ban list? I don't think it would. But if it does, I'm going to be surprised as well. Konami hates cards that rip cards out of your hand, but they still make cards that rip cards out of your hand, and those cards go up in value. And I think that we're going to see Cash Dragon Levianeer having being brought up in talks, in conversations about being a banless target. Wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. Not that it would kill Thunder Dragon variants, but those players just play something like BLS again. You know, that one card that just goes in and smacks you for game instead of ripping cards out of your hand. There's pros and cons to either way, but I don't know. It's something that definitely needs to be talked about in the future, and I think that moving forward, after maybe around Nationals or after Nationals, I'm gonna be doing a lot of balance video talks in which we talk about the market, the balance cards that are currently been coming off the market, and cards that are on these out right now that are gonna be going on that list. And before I even mention anything about the balance, I just want to emphasize one thing real quickly, guys. Before I talk about that video, all I want to say, guys, is I don't think Konami's gonna kill any deck in particular. If you're sitting there right now going, Konami's gonna kill fill in the blank deck, I don't think it's going to happen. What I do think is Konami's going to power down all these decks, and they're going to make a new Tier 1 deck, and that's going to be new dominant decks. And then we're going to slowly be introduced to more Tier 1 decks as time goes on. I think that's more likely what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens right after Nationals. You know, we get news of that roughly around October, November-ish, because I think that's will make more sense. Konami makes more money. We get rid of these decks we've been playing for a while. You know, like Strikers have been playing for how long? Tricksters, have they ever not been touched on the ban list? You know, those kind of decks. And even though Thunder Dragons is a relatively new deck, and I actually like Thunder Dragons a lot, I don't think Konami should be hitting any of these cards. I really do like these cards a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they hit Colossus. You know, that card that has Mistake built into it. It's pretty broken, and if Konami wants to promote any new decks in the game, they're going to have to do a lot of work on the current meta right now, because we have a lot of phenomenal decks, and this is probably my favorite meta besides Shadow format, but we have a lot of decks in the meta right now. They're just all over the place, and they are definitely Tier 1. And take one of these decks and put them in any other old meta, and they would smack that meta if they had Master Rule 4. Moving forward, looking at the Dragon Dark thing, roughly around $9. Orchestrated Return is going down in value. Yes, you could play us go back to the Thunder Dragon Danger variants. Looking at Thunder Dragon Road about to hit $6. Looking at OTS Tournament Pack 10, Galatea. Don't be fooled by this, because Galatea was $40. Actually, I have the market watch earlier in the week. You could check it out. Looking at Galatea right now, the market price is showing to be $52, which was the original spike price, but it actually went from $40 to where you're seeing right now, $45, and after that, sitting near $47 to almost near $48 on the market. So listings of all these boys. That's it. So I do think Galatea is going back up in the market. Same thing with Thunder Dragon Colossus. This card was roughly around $40 as well. Well, look at the market right here. The market price is holding it roughly around $45, and it's almost near $48. And then Hayate going down. Why? Because even though Strikers is a really good deck, and it's definitely a Tier 1 deck, it's going to be a deck that's going to get reprinted and hit within a span of probably about 30 to 60 days. That's how the market works sometimes with some of these cards. So I just want to emphasize something on Speed Duels. When Speed Duels first came out, I gave it an honest try. I came to it with open mind. I said, let's do this. I don't like Duel Links. I'd rather play Speed Duels, and we had an honest try. Well, when it first came out, it was done horribly. You brought a structure deck out, which only made 2 decks, one Tier 1, one Tier 1.5. And then when the first set of Speed Duels came out, you still had a Tier 1 and Tier 1.5 deck. One being Blue Eyes, 1.5 being the Amazon hybrid variant. Well, Speed Duels now came out with a new set, Attack from the Deep, and we're starting to see a meta form. And not only are we starting to see a meta form in Speed Duels, we're starting to see players go to Speed Duels. And I'm actually kind of shocked that Konami's not having a Nationals in the US for Speed Duels. You know, that same Nationals that happened in Peru, UK, Germany, basically everywhere that's not America had their own national tournament for Speed Duels. Somehow, in America, they just forgot to have that. Konami, wake up. Wake up and eat your own cereal and have a chocolate bar to wash it down and tell me what the hell's happening with Speed Duel Nationals here in the TCG that's 2 weeks away, that's not listed on your site. Seriously, Konami, what are you doing? Speed Duels, we have a diverse meta. Did you want to promote this game or not? If you want to kill a game, this is how you kill a format. You know, like that Battle Pack crap format. You want to kill this format like Battle Pack crap? Because you're doing a great job at it, Konami. Promote whoever's killing it here in TCG. That guy definitely needs to eat more and promote more Yu-Gi-Oh! Cereal and chocolate bars, and definitely rock more of those, you know, Walmart $10 shirts. You're doing a great job, fella. But if you want to have this crazy idea of promoting Speed Duels, well, give us a Nationals here in America. just like my friends over in Peru, UK, Germany, and I'm pretty sure France, because they love the crap out of speed duels. And if given a fair shot here in America, speed duels will be doing great. Also, my other OTS friends out there, the other paisanos out there, you know, the OTS stores, give them speed duel OTS tournament pack promotional material to help promote the game, so we can lower the values on all the speed duel OTS tournament price support here in the States. And also, my paisanos in Europe, make sure that they, you know, we all have the kind of speed duel event going on throughout for all of us, not just sharing it only on my European paisanos, but the paisanos here in the States, you know, the people that spend a ton of money in this game. Anyway, look at the secondary market of speed duels. Kunai with chain is $1.41 in the market, but it's quickly going up to almost $2 each. This card's almost a staple in speed duels. And look at cards like Wisdom Otaku. They came out in a structure deck, the starter deck, speed duel decks, Duels of Tomorrow. The market price is almost around $5. It's just about bought out here in the market. So if you want to grab 3 of these, you gotta have a guy, have a connector, get something going down, because this card's hard to find. By the way, little fun fact, they're both in the structure deck. I lied to you. These cards are both in the structure deck and it's both used for competitive speed duels. Now, if you didn't like speed duels because the meta was dank before, I'm with you 100%. But we actually have a diverse meta. You can play Relinquish now. You could play, you can still play Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, the tier 1 deck that was the best deck, didn't even make it in the top cut of the top 4 of I think it was Germany or the UK speed duel national event. It's that they're diverse there. It's still a tier 1 deck, but they have now a diverse meta in speed duels. And if you have quit speed duels, I highly advise you to get back into it because it actually is fun, and I do enjoy it. But Konami needs to wake up here in the States because they're falling behind as usual. Up next, Earth-Shattering Event. Now, I don't know if this card's gonna be good or not, but it's definitely a card to be of interest with. It came out on World Superstars as Prismatic Secret Rare. It's 25 cents. You can see it over here in the market price, guys. Less than $1 for the card. It's a continuous spell. It says if cards is sent from the deck to the graveyard, target one card in either player's graveyard, shuffle into the deck. Also, not a player can send cards from the deck to the graveyard for the rest of the turn. You know, you play this first turn against Salad Boys, and they're gonna be in a hard spot. What, is that not a good card? Alright, put 3 no material in. Other cards like Naturia Beast are kind of doing a weird thing in the market. Let me show you. Naturia Beast has a $45 market price, but we're actually seeing here, seeing near mint ones hit about 42, but for the average price point, it's about $40 for Naturia Beast, the dual terminal version. As far as Naturia Barkion, well, this card is showing to be about $13 in the market, but doing the complete opposite, hitting almost near $20 to $21 in the market for Naturia Barkion. Well, why? Well, the fact that they're both Naturia monsters, and I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Landor follows suit just cause the memes, but Naturia Barkion and Naturia Beast both are kind of good cards, and you can players know, well, there's other versions of these cards, but the best versions are the dual terminal versions, and I've been emphasizing to you guys to buy dual terminals for a long time now. Once again, I would love if you guys to go check out my other Mark Watch videos in which I talk about dual terminal cards, and I always advise you to get dual terminal cards. One of the most asked questions that's been happening the past week, I was in my inbox, comment section down below, or wherever, is everyone asking me, hey V, what deck core should I buy? A dual terminal deck core. A dual terminal deck core is always better than any other deck core right now in the market. There's other deck cores that are up there, like Zodiac's a great deck core, but a dual terminal deck core will give you more bang for your buck, and that's something I highly recommend. And I'm gonna do that video coming up soon about deck cores and after nationals, in which we go in there and we take that down and talk about which one's good, which one's bad, which version do you buy, why do you buy certain cards. I'm gonna have that coming on. If you guys want to watch that video, all you need to do is the subscribe button, little notification bell over here, doing that, and comment down below. Transmigration Prophecy is another card that I just don't understand 100%. Let me show you guys. Mark price on this card will be about $6, and unlimited versions are roughly around that price. It's not under for a Transmigration Prophecy. But if you want a first edition version, well, that's gonna run you a little bit of money. First edition version of Transmigration Prophecy is almost about $14. There's 11 of them over here. There's a wall on the last page, but they're about $14 for Transmigration Prophecy. It's using one Altergeist deck to top one event in California, I believe it was. As an Altergeist fanboy slash ambassador slash Altergeist crack addict, I gotta say this card's terrible for the deck. I'm not a big fan of it. It's too slow. It's my opinion. Maybe it's wrong, but I don't think it is. Hey, anyone got a Muffin Jar TP2 besides those Go players that like to up the hard prices of their cards and then sit there and act all smugly because nobody plays their format and they wonder why and they get upset about it? You know, those guys? TP2 Muffin Jar is $551 in the market price. Well, it would be, except it's now $585, almost $600. In fact, the page bombs out, and that term's used loosely, is only 5 listings, at $750 for Muffin Jar from TP2. Dirge of the Lost Dragon. It's another very interesting card. Came on Dark Neostorm, continuous spell card. Activate this card by declaring one card name. Mystic Mind Burn plays, you get what you want to focus on what I'm about to say. This kind of pertains to you. Activate this card by declaring one card name. Two and Twisters. I mean, any card name. Each time the declared card or its effect is activated, half the opponent's life points immediately after it resolves. During the end phase, if this card half a player's life points this turn, send this card to the graveyard. Where your opponent controls a monster, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So you just go Mystic Mime, you play Dirge of the Lost Dragon, you look at your opponent, you smile, but not too much. You don't want to get cracked in the jaw. You are playing Mystic Mime, and you say Twin Twisters. Don't giggle. Hold it in. And then you just look at them, and you're like, continue? They're gonna have to try to get rid of your Mystic Mime, and most likely, most of your players are trying to play cards like Twin Twisters. Some are opting to play other cards like Red Reboot. Some often play cards like MST, cards like Cyclone, and these are all the good cards. But realistically speaking, the best out to Dirge of the Lost Dragon, the best out to Mystic Mime is Twin Twisters, a card you can call. If you're playing against any control player, you're gonna want to say Heavy Storm Duster, though Twin Twisters is not a bad choice. Mystic Mime plays, you devils. Up next, Colossal Fighter. Now, this card currently is $13. Looking at it right now, there's only 2 pages in the market price, and it's currently roughly around $18 to almost near $20. Wouldn't be surprised if this card got bought out. It got bought out in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets bought out again. Going on page 2, there is a 2-3 ofs. They're about $25. This card's going relatively fast, and once again, like I said, I won't be surprised if this card was to be bought out. It's just a good card, and I know a lot of you players hearing about the hero support, which I don't think is gonna be good. But once again, hero players are not like us, regular people. This card is good against that card because they're all warriors, and you just keep smacking their hero stuff over and over again. Gifted Grid's another card that just got bought out as well. Two on the market price, and we're seeing it roughly around $5. I know I talked about the other day, but I just really want to emphasize the fact that Gifted Greed is still being bought out. Damn. Then you have other cards like Quackimero Drago, a card that has been it was a couple of years actually. I'm gonna say a clean 5 years since this card was actually going up in value. Originally coming out in Raging Battle, having a $9 market price for Ultimate Rare Quackimero Drago. Looking on the page 1, you see an unlimited version about $16. $16 is definitely higher than $9 in the market price. You want to likely pay the first edition one? No problem. $20, which is still higher than its $9 market price. The card just doesn't make any sense, and I think if people are starting to use this as kind of like a side deck tech at the moment for when they're playing any kind of with that Thunder Dragon variant. Then you got Mass Hero Dark Lore, that hero card that was about $56, which is still pretty insane for Mass Hero Dark Lore Ultimate Rare, coming out of OTS Tournament Pack 1. Well, the price point, besides it being the fact that it's almost bought out, is $125. After that one's gone, it's $150 for Mass Hero Dark Lore. And this is why I constantly talk about Elemental Hero Stratos. If it says hero in its name, and it's hard to get, you damn sure it's going to get bought out. And this is why I always emphasize for Elemental Hero Stratos. I know a lot of people don't like when I say that because the price goes up and they get upset. But if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, hey, hit the subscribe button. Go down and hit the little bell and hit that. So when you be the first person notified when I do these videos. So when I talk about a card like, Elemental Hero Stratos or any other hero card, and it does go up in value, whether it's me or somebody else, it really doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is you had a chance to have the information given to you in the first place. So like I said, really, hit the subscribe button. Join in. Become a Paisano. Come back with the fellow Paisanos and run the market. Don't let your wallet get wrecked. Don't be that guy who's going to go in and buy a $125 Mass Hero Dark Lore thinking it's a good buy. I'll tell you to your face, it's a horrible buy, and this card is not worth $125. It's not even close. Then again, hero players, you can't decipher the market. If I spoke in hero, you wouldn't know what I'm saying. YouTube would flag me for speaking in another language that sounds demonic, because when they talk with each other about heroes, especially when they're both excited, blah blah blah, Stratos 2, Dark Lore, you have ulti? Of course I have ulti. They're doing things like that, and it's you just can't understand what they're saying. You just look at them and go, oh God, where am I? How do I get out of here? Find an exit and run, because that's all they're gonna be doing. It's creepy. Anyway, next guys, I want to talk about Tournament Pack 1. Like I said earlier, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, you definitely want to make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because this information that's probably going to be happening by the time you're watching this video. In fact, you probably should pause the video and check some of these cards out, because the prices have definitely changed and modified. Minus no material. That card's an artificial buyout. Do not buy it. You are a sucker if you do. Going back to it, Tournament Pack 1 cards, the first Tournament Pack cards, are slowly being sucked from the market. The minute collectors realize this, they're going to buy the crap out of this. The competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players, well, Paisanos, they're already here. Look left, look right. In your locals, they probably watch my videos, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, and they're gonna be buying out Tournament Pack 1 cards. Well, why? Besides the fact that it's collectors, it's gonna be good trade fodder. And trade fodder for competitive players, well, that's a commodity. And looking at Tournament Pack 1, it's easy trade fodder. And I'm not talking about Mechanical Chaser, or Axe Raider, or Quaggar, Hercules. I'm not talking about these cards. We know these are money cards. Let's go down here. I'm talking about going to the last page, looking at page 3, and buying random cards like Judgment Hand, Kuwagata, Wild Warrior. Seriously, that's a card name. Giant Flea, which is a $2 market price, which is already going up in value. Bean Soldier. Why would you not want to buy this? All these random Shining Friendship for my friends at Luctea. All these cards. Statue of Easter Island, which is dead serious, arguably. That's great artwork. I actually like how it looks. It looks really badass. But looking at all these cards that you guys might go, V, this card's trash. Absolutely. But it's trade fodder, it's collector fodder, and it's definitely memorabilia that Yu-Gi-Oh players in the future will definitely want to have. Having original Tournament Pack 1 cards right now is a commodity that nobody really knows about. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't own a lot of these cards myself. And I consider myself a trader, competitive player, and, you know, a guy who just fiends for looking at singles online all day long because I like seeing which ones are good and which ones are bad. But I'm definitely going to be looking more into getting Tournament Pack 1's cards myself because I do believe that they're going to be hard to get in the future. And Yu-Gi-Oh's lasted 20 years, according to the Japanese, you know, that little kit that we're definitely getting here in the TCG. So if it lasted 20 years, can it last 10 years? Do you think the original Tournament Pack 1 cards are going to be worth anything in 10 years? Yes, unless Konami just somehow goes, you know what, guys, we're gonna make Tournament Pack 1 cards again for locals. They're not gonna do that, by the way. This was an Upper Deck thing, in case anyone forgot. Upper Deck did this, not Konami. They had approval for Konami, but Upper Deck ran this whole side off for Tournament Pack 1. But what I'm trying to say is these are gonna be hard to get. Nobody's gonna have them. If you're lucky, in 10 years, you can find a model played one for an obscure amount of money that I don't even want to mention right now because you'll probably be laughing if you hear that number. But it's gonna be happening with these cards. Tournament Pack 1 and above are gonna start going up in value. Wouldn't be surprising to me whatsoever. And I just want to know if you think the same or you don't think the same. Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, type hashtag QVV. I forgot to do the hashtag QVV thing here, and I do apologize, guys. But I'll definitely do it in my next video. We'll answer a couple extra more questions, okay, paisanos? I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next Market Watch. It's your boy V, and you paisanos. Have a great day.